Welcome, guys, to another episode of Professions. My name is Mayowa, aka
Big Daddy.
Again.
I feel like I have to.
No, you have to say it now. Yeah. Don't let. Why would you let an intruder?
Normally it's the girls that are saying it, but
Actually, yeah, Michelle.
Big Daddy.
I like that shit.
Hey.
I'm here with the amazing.
are you ready to drop money?
I'm ready to drop money now. Who pay for your drinks?
Me.
Don't worry. I'm here with the amazing Vico. What up, baby?
Yeah, I'm good.
With the podcast extended family member, Ifwa.
Ladies first, I beg.
No. You first.
Man, like
Was good.
And with the amazing, with the beautiful Michelle.
Michelle.
My belle.
Hey,
My
what's
belly.
up?
Michelle, my
Yes.
bell.
Guys,
Motto
today
fine.
we're gonna have fun. This is basically a pod group. We're just podding, having fun, talking about all kinds of shit that's happening on the streets.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Well, first and foremost, Michelle, who are you? Can you introduce yourself, please?
So I am Michelle, and I am a makeup artist. I'm also a content creator. I do beauty and perfume content on TikTok. My name is Fragrance Bell on TikTok for everyone who wants to follow. And yeah, that's what I do.
I think that's so amazing. Fragrance.
Yeah.
I need a fragrance that's like an aphrodisiac, you know, something that would turn on women when you're just passing by. You're just like, ooh wee. Fragrance are very important.
Actually,
Definitely.
F1 is also like
No. F4 is a connoisseur. F4 is the person that I hit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But connoisseur for expensive fragrances.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't discriminate. You don't go by price. You go by what smells good.
Exactly.
That's what people say that are spending mad bar on fragrance.
Yeah, well, you need to have some.
Can you spend 1,000 euros on the fragrance?
Nah, that's crazy.
I wouldn't.
That's crazy.
But I would
F1
say
would.
I would.
I know.
Seriously.
you
But-
would.
Mm.
Okay, so you're also a fragrance person. You love perfume.
I love smelling
How
good.
many do you have?
I guess like 25 bottles.
Oh,
Well, that's crazy.
that's a lot for a man. That's a lot.
How much do you have? How many do you have?
Axe body spray.
No, I have actually a lot of perfumes.
Hey, I think
At least 15.
That's good. That's
At
a
least.
good amount. Solid.
At least 15.
What's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite. That's the
you
thing.
mix it.
Yeah, I never use one perfume. I can't use one.
So you
perfume.
layer your fragrances. Okay, that's
So
good.
the thing is, I start with like roll on, body spray,
Mm-hmm.
and then one female fragrance, and then one.
Wait. What do you mean? One
Okay.
female fragrance?
Yeah, I always need a very fruity female. Yeah, I don't know.
I like that. That's nice. I like
I
that.
think it depends on which type of vibe you're going. Sometimes
I always need it.
No, sometimes
Always.
I want to smell strong, so I need to go something with that like an hype, alcoholic content or tobacco. But sometimes I just want to be like, yeah, I'm calm today.
No, I always need the fruity smell.
But I like that because I think fragrances most of the time are unisex. And I love when men also experience with that.
Yeah.
It's about what makes you feel good. And that's
Yeah,
it.
but who makes it as fragrances are basically diverse in genders? I don't feel,
Marketing.
I think
it's the marketing.
no, I think there are certain notes that are very masculine, appealing to society. For
Yeah.
example, like tobacco,
Mm-hmm.
but also a lot of other notes like certain woods that are very masculine. But at the same time, there's a lot of unisex fragrances. Some fragrances are more feminine leaning than others. You know, the fruity ones, the ones with rose or whatever. But generally speaking, I think if you layer your fragrances, if you layer feminine, fruity ones with masculine ones, you can always create something very unique. And so I don't mind if a guy smells fruity. I think it's really appealing.
but that's what you
It's
said.
better. It's better he smells fruit than he's a fruit booty.
That's what you say. You say
I
you like to
don't
be fruity.
mind.
No, I
No, but we understand. Look. LGBTQIH,
My hands are out.
you know, love.
I just
It's
like those fruity rose.
That's fine.
That's
fine.
I'm not really much on oud, to be fair. I think oud is way too strong.
I love oud. But only for certain occasions.
Yeah.
Like if you have a date night or something and you wear like a very classy, fine oud fragrance, it's very
The
attractive.
thing I've been around the Arabs, everything is oud everywhere you
Yeah,
go.
The Arab perfumes.
It's constantly.
What's your favorite like wood brand?
I don't know, because I'm not really on oud like that. I think
You
you
should
also
tap into it.
no you should, I think it's you also buy a perfume based on the person you're dealing with, you know, because you want to pertain to the next person. 'Cause I want, you know, so if your missus doesn't like wood,
No, but I feel like there's a generic good smell that everyone likes.
a toilet spray.
No, but like, I never think about it. I like people to, so depending on the kind of compliments I get for a certain type of smell, then I would recycle it.
I like that honesty.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes
It doesn't
people
work.
Yes, it works. Because he's saying that he goes by where he gets compliments the most, right? And people sometimes pretend like they don't want to get compliments. If you buy fragrance, I mean, I get it. You shouldn't do it for other people, but it also makes sense. No need
you
to
feel
act
better.
like, there's something wrong if you feel good about someone complimenting you. So it makes sense to me that he says he rocks those fragrances more where he gets complimented.
Why? What I meant is it doesn't work. Is like some certain fragrances don't match with your skin. It just
your
smells
body
off.
chemistry plays a
It
big
smells
role.
off, and you can't always be using the same type of perfume because you can't like smell boring. Eventually, that's the type.
Yeah, because the thing is, I never, let's say I buy perfume X now, I'll never buy it again the next time I'm buying a perfume.
Really?
Yeah.
I do that.
Why?
I would always buy something different.
No. I
Okay, so you
need
don't
to
have
it.
your staple perfume that you
I
always
have
repurchase.
stable perfumes, but currently I don't have one. I'm exploring different ones.
Okay. I mean, I have over 100 perfumes. So, but there are a few fragrances that I would always repurchase.
Yeah.
And regarding the compliments, the thing is, there are certain settings where you just want people to notice your scent, right? Especially like if you go out,
Like
if you're in
Thai
a certain
events.
setting. Yeah.
Oh, that's my one.
You want that attention. And it makes you feel good. It gives you like a boost of confidence.
But the thing is, what I've read, like people say about
Word.
me is like, regardless of the perfume I have like Victor, my personal scent. So I feel like even if I wear different perfumes, I'll still smell the same when I enter the room.
So the person telling you that, or the people that have told you that, are people that have encountered you in a very close, intimate
I agree.
situation.
Yeah.
So now it's not necessarily only your perfume that they're smelling,
So
but
it's
also
like,
your body.
Oh, Dior.
You know. Then your roll-on, probably you maintain the same if you use your
one thing
roll-on.
that I meant
You use a lotion.
is a roll-on,
And maybe your lotion.
and
So
body
those
spray.
things, once someone gets close to you
they just
with
know.
the perfume you use, it complements each other, and then there is this maybe underlying scent that you carry. So it
And
makes
also
sense
it
someone
smells
says that.
different on every skin. Like if I'm wearing a certain perfume, it's gonna smell different maybe on your skin because your body's chemistry is like plays a big role.
Yeah.
I look. Don't want to buy the classic shop type of perfume anymore.
I stopped buying Dior Sauvage. Like,
Yeah. This perfume
At this point, it's rinsed out.
It's trouble.
Dior Sauvage. I think when it came out, it was a banger. But now you just know. You go to the club. This guy smells like me.
everyone
So you
smells the same.
Kind of like boring.
but the new Dior Sauvage, is it Elixir?
Elixir.
Yeah, it's better than.
Who says that? Have you
Well,
smelled
I mean-
it? I didn't like it, and I think I was übertrieben, exaggerated. I was one of the very first people, in my opinion, in, if I may say, the Nigerian community, in the Nigerian community that had the Dior Sauvage. But I think the Elixir didn't smell very well when I smelled it.
I'm currently on Jean Paul.
I have to be honest, if I smell Dior Sauvage on a guy, I just know he's a red flag.
It's a basic.
That's such
Nah,
a trash
it's like, I think
statement.
this type of scent, like this particular scent, it traumatized women.
How?
So
What have you
because
been
there's
through?
a
What have you been
certain
through, Michelle?
there's a certain type of men that just always wear this perfume. So like women are just
not fair.
traumatized.
That's not fair.
What's the attribute of those type of men?
Fuck boys.
Yeah, I support them. You get my vote.
City
Just
boys.
fuck boys and
Society
just guys
needs-
that are gonna play you.
Yeah, look, society needs fuck boys. There is not. See, actually, I wouldn't have expected her to say
I
that.
think when it started out,
Yeah,
because people notice that smells.
Yeah,
What's going
exactly.
on? And then it kind of like became a thing that
Dior
you know,
Sauvage and Paco Rabanne.
Paco Rabanne
See,
1 million.
Yeah,
Paco
the
Rabanne
1
1
million
million.
one.
Yeah.
God damn, that was a banger.
The point is, these fragrances are actually good. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, they're affordable.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
a Sauvage was 200 euros for a bottle, most people won't buy it,
Yeah.
right? So it's because it's affordable. That's why so many people flock to it, because they like it. It's a likable smell. That's why I was like, she's discriminating this fragrance.
But think about it.
I'm not discriminating.
she-
It's just my personal taste and personal opinion.
I think if something is accessible to everyone, I've seen some few people, they Creed Aventus, fantastic fragrance.
I don't know. I don't really know about this Creed, man.
As much as
I don't
people
like
have
Creed.
spoken about it, right? Well, you can't say you don't like Creed, because there is no way you don't like all
All Creeds.
fragrance.
No, it's not
from
about the
whole
brand.
house.
It's just
Exactly,
a particular
the
fragrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you like Assassin's Creed.
There are people that say Creed, but they can't buy it or they don't buy it. So
Mm-hmm.
they really can't make Creed be out there like Sauvage, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the price point. If it's very affordable, every Tom, Dick, and Harry goes to get it.
That's
Because
what,
they
I,
want
that's what I don't
Yeah.
want anymore if it's affordable.
So you want exclusivity.
At this point, yeah, I want to go to the chemist. Okay, put something on my neck. No, and it doesn't make sense to my persona.
But I'm the same. I just love to smell unique. I mean, there is a lot of fragrances out there that I wear and that are very popular, but at the same time, I want to smell unique because I think perfume is something very personal
yeah.
and intimate.
But I feel like the
So
only
if
way
you
can
smell like every other person on the street, it's like, okay, because your scent is the thing that people are going to remember you
Yeah,
from.
but the
So
only way you can smell unique is mixing perfumes.
exactly. That's why I
I'm
always
willing- I'm willing
recommend
to- I'm-
this.
at this point, I'm
You
willing
have
to
to
pay for
layer.
it. But that means that I'm not buying those perfumes on a monthly basis. Maybe it's in every half a year.
Yeah.
I'm investing into that, and those things. I think those type of perfumes that last longer.
Yeah. The thing is, 50 ml, as long as you're not using it every day and twice a day, it's going to last for a reasonable period of time.
It depends.
Ah,
If you're not
50
overspraying, yeah.
50.
And
that's,
also
that's the next thing. It was spraying, bro. Like,
overspraying.
yeah.
Because if you want to get compliments, I have to be honest with you guys, you need to overspray. You need to overspray.
No, you need
Otherwise,
to, you need to
overspraying with the right perfume.
yeah, with,
with the right perfume,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
specific place.
Because there's some people that are overspraying on
You
rose
can't go.
water.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, yo.
I mean, you can't go to the office wearing an oud fragrance and like having 15 sprays on your body.
That's
So
heavy.
right time, right setting, right? But
You know what I was gonna say? Let's do more different stuff.
But let's give shout out to like Zara perfumes though.
Nah, I can't.
nah.
They've been saving people, right?
I got a Zara perfume from a friend as a gift,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it.
But I get you.
I wore it more than my.
Actually,
my
I got
friend.
got
I do
compliments
get
on the
them.
Zara perfume, but-
Same.
and I'm just like,
Same.
really? Because Zara perfume is more like a everyday thing. It's like you go to work, you just buy it.
Yeah.
Then you obviously have your night
Yeah,
night
but it's
outing
like
type of things.
steady, nice
But I have to
fragrance.
give them that. They are very inexpensive, affordable, and they're doing a great job. They're even like cooperating with like perfumers,
let's
big
give them- We
perfumers.
can give them a shout out. We have not been
So
paid,
you
No,
have
but
to give him
I-
that.
To be honest, I don't. I've never bought a Zara perfume before in my life, like personally with my money. But
Oh, I
the
did.
Zara,
definitely.
perfumes that I got,
I think I've did
Amazing.
once or twice.
though. No, but a few.
But not often, I think
There
once
are
or
a few
twice.
good Zara fragrances.
And I got a couple of them and gave them away in Nigeria. And I knew that they were smelling very nicely, so it made sense.
But yeah, since we're talking about smells, like, is there what kind of compliment would you prefer? Your partner saying they prefer like sniffing you like your proper normal smell without perfume, or you having like you smell great when you know you've had layers of perfume.
I think your partner can't be with you if she doesn't like your natural scent, anyways. That's impossible.
Ideally, yes.
So that
But
one
it's
is
not-
so that one is already a given.
It's not always the case.
Then she won't be
I
with
don't
you.
know.
Then she it's impossible. You know, there are certain people that can I say that? Okay. There are certain people that we are around, where there's certain people around where people have said like, I can't stand his smell.
But they have wives and girlfriends.
But she can't stand his smell.
Exactly.
I said smell, I didn't say scent, I said smell. A
Why?
big difference.
Why?
Why are you asking me? I don't know. But there's some people where you just can't stand their aura, their
I have
not
to
aura, but
agree.
the scent.
Yeah, I have to agree. I feel like that's a natural thing. You're going to pick up on the natural body chemistry of your partner. So
Yeah.
that's also a thing where the attraction plays in. So, yeah, that's already given.
Me, I'm taking the perfume thing because when you spray it and you're about to leave the house and somebody tells you like, No, don't leave. Don't go. Come on, that means.
Nobody's telling anybody don't leave, don't go. That's bullshit. That's fantasy.
It's not fantasy.
See,
Why is it fantasy?
A guy that smells good, your girl knows that you smell good. She's just gonna maybe want to hold you, but brother,
No, she
if
was
I
gonna
come
tell
back, I'm
you-
smelling the same way. Relax.
No, when you come out, you're definitely not smelling the same way.
I do smell the same
So
way.
not romantic. Oh my god.
Brother, you are definitely
I'm
not.
so unromantic.
Yeah.
This is a fantasy world.
This-
Don't
no,
go.
this-
What do you mean don't go? This bottle is with us in this home since.
No, that's a lie. Come on, man. Nah.
My fragrances are all at home. So
Still, but
what is
still,
all
you
this?
spray. But today is something special about it. I don't want you to leave. Like,
You should wash Grundly. Now, I honestly, to the question you asked before, I rather smell without any fragrance good, clean, decent, than having fragrance to mask my smell. Because, in my opinion, even if you're smelling very well, right? Anytime someone gets close to you, there is this underlying psychological thing that you're like, vind je de hoe zelfs die is voorbij. Atmosfeer ändert sich hier drin. Like change of atmosphere. No. So I rather know that.
Wait, F1, what do you mean? Like, I'm confused.
You have
No,
to
he
be more
hold on,
specific.
Maiwa. You said, do you rather? You asked.
Yeah,
the
he
question.
asked it, yeah.
Do you rather smell like clean, that your partner likes the way you smell without anything, or that you get complimented when you smell very well?
Yeah.
And I'm saying I'd rather go with knowing that without any fragrance,
But
I smell
But how do you
decent.
smell nice without Oze? And then you smell.
I didn't say wait. I didn't say no. I didn't say you smell nice without hose. I was only saying if you
don't make it mathematical. Don't make it mathematical.
No. I'll explain. But the point I was making is like if you're getting intimate with a person, right, and you then take off your clothes, where you're mostly gonna. They carry your fragrance the most often, right?
Oh, that's wild.
Then you smell, but that's what happens. That's why if you go to club,
I'm just thinking about it.
See, no, let's be honest.
I've never been with a woman where the scent of her sweat would just be repulsive to me.
See, there are people that go to the club, right?
Imagine she smells like, but the scent of her sweat is just like, oh my god.
Do you know why?
I can cry.
I know
people
a
that
lot
wear-
of people like that.
Do you know why they say people that wear perfume tell you usually, or people that take care of themselves, usually tell you, make sure that your normal smell is clean.
Exactly.
Then you layer, and then you have people
Because
you
smelling
make sure.
good, smelling good starts in the shower. That's
Thank
what
you.
people don't get. It's like, I don't care what perfume you're wearing. You can wear the most expensive perfume. It starts in
It's
the
just
shower.
masking.
Unfortunately, and they still smell like locust beans. Yeah. Especially in the club.
Dawa.
That's crazy.
It's not
Especially
Iru.
Yeah.
The worst thing that a guy can do, you smell bad and you wear pullover.
Hoodie.
Hoodie. And then you want to hug me, like, bro.
It's like now I'm drawing the connection between the person you guys were talking before.
No, stay there.
No,
To be fair, I've smelled somebody that smelled like that was the first time for me. Smelled like fresh jollof fries.
Oh, wow.
no,
But normally, jollof fries smells nice.
Yeah.
no,
But fresh-
jollof rice smells like
But his
jollof
body
rice.
was
It's
smelling
food.
like that.
No, it was fresh jollof fries, and I think the hair was still smelling of a little bit of mackerel, fried mackerel.
Ah.
With a little bit of, bro, I said like this is the first time ever, and that's a beautiful girl. She hugged me. I was just like,
And the thing
It got stuck in the hair, the scent.
See,
Jesus.
and this is why I answered my question the way I did. I rather know that anytime, for example, because there will be days maybe I leave the house without wearing any fragrance, right? And assuming I meet Michelle, right? And hi, and she knows she's not having to be bothered, or she's not going to think about, oh, he wasn't smelling nice, or he's not smelling good. It's just, okay, yeah, hi. But someone that camouflages their normal smell, there will be situations where sometimes, oh, please help me lift this, help me take that to the car. And maybe they say, okay, let me take off my sweater.
And
Now your
then
sweater gangster.
it's going downhill.
And exactly. And then you'll be like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're just masking it.
I think hygiene is the most important.
Yeah.
You just have to be clean and take care of your body odors.
And
And
also, as Africans, there are certain food that you eat, that you have to shower after you go out.
oh, I agree.
Ogbono. No.
I agree.
No, you just like you should listen. It's hygiene. For me, that was already a given. That can mean that your body odor. I was saying odor. Your body odor.
Yeah, because I know if I don't put on perfume, I'm still gonna smell good because my hygiene
that's
is
a
on
given,
top.
yeah. That's a given. But yeah, guys, we have to go to the streets. The street has been calling. A lot of things have been happening on the streets.
There's actually something before you go.
Mhm.
This is for Michelle. Have you had like an experience where a guy pulled out his pants and his dick smelled bad? You know, guys used to say like, you know.
So what are you asking her if she's done?
I have to be
it's not a
honest.
question of interpretation.
You know, like it's a guy thing, like, oh, pussy smells bad, but
No, wait. Let's make sure
We are already on
let's
the
make
streets.
sure
We are already on the
we
streets.
don't misphrase something.
More often,
It's not a guy's thing.
You hear more often that pussy smells bad than dick smells bad.
No, I think it goes in both directions. There is a lot. I know a lot of women that had experiences where they're like guys smell, because everyone smells after a certain amount of hours, like going to work, whatever. But me personally, I have to be honest, I never had that experience. Never.
Even going to the club. That's why they're too. Man, don't dance heavy. Yeah, in the club. No, seriously. Oh,
What do you mean by those?
Nah.
like think about think about it. So you prepare yourself going to the club. You wash yourself. You dress nice.
And that's the thing.
But the
There's
thing is, I
no way
always
you
send
get
people
ready
to the
go.
shower. I don't know.
You see, fantastic. And another thing, if you got yourself ready to go out to your dance, and I want to know which dancer you are. Are you Brother Franklin? You know this guy on YouTube that used to dance in the church. You know the video, Brother
yeah,
Franklin.
but you sweat.
Are you
though.
Brother Franklin that
You're constantly sweating.
you after, let's say, after the whole dinging, that your smell is repulsive?
Normally, yeah.
If you wash yourself properly,
yeah,
and you dance in a reasonable, even if you do marathon, brother.
But see, the thing is, there are
can't be
a
that
lot
bad
of
if you-
people. There are a
they
lot of
don't
people
wash
out there
properly.
that really enjoy that type of scent. Like they like sweaty.
fresh hormones.
Yeah, they just like when it
Pheromones,
has a
yeah.
little bit of a sweat going
Yeah,
on.
then like after gym sex.
Yeah, some
Naturally.
women
Yeah.
like that. Nah, I think that's a madness still.
I don't mind a little sweat, like just a little bit, but it's like
It's sweat, not smell.
not smell.
You said sweat,
Yeah.
not smell.
Yeah, but the thing is, sweat with your not
No, fresh sweat isn't supposed to smell actually.
Yeah, it's always the
But-
dried,
No, it's
like
the
this,
dried
the
one,
dried
it's the dried
sweat
Yeah.
that smells.
And wash your ass. Wash your ass.
That's what I wanted to say. No,
Yes,
nah, bro.
Look, we're
We're
adults,
adults here, yeah.
and YouTube, for you to have access to certain content.
You said
The
that
point
very
is,
aggressively.
no, yeah, because sometimes we're talking about like the smell thing. It boils down to certain body parts that create the most heat, and your butt cheeks, bro.
Yeah, and
No, obviously,
I agree.
wash it
Yeah.
between your,
Between the ball sack,
sometimes
the
toilet
gooch.
paper is not enough. You
Say
use
what?
Wet wipes.
what is sometimes as
always.
much as possible.
So you're gonna use wet wipes
Every
instead
time.
of washing.
No,
Okay, when do you use wet wipes?
every time.
Every time.
What does it mean every time? I don't.
As long as I have it, I'm using
I don't
it.
use toilet paper at home.
Now you're supposed to use both actually, but okay.
Yeah,
I
it goes.
use- I
You have to
because
use
you
both.
use the wet, then you dry it.
Yeah, but I hardly use.
I have a this zweifach Authentifizierung, Dry, wet, dry.
Yeah,
Now washing your ass is really, really important.
yeah.
Some
I
people
think
just
it's the
get
most
into the
It's the
shower,
most important one.
just let water run down, and then you're out. How don't you expect to smell?
Washing your down parts is the most important.
Wash your ass. This is wash your down parts like this.
Watch your,
Wash your ass.
watch your bum bum.
If you're not circumcised,
Yeah.
pull back, wash. No, do it properly. Like we're adults, sometimes we need to have these conversations because unfortunately, everybody's mom or dad is not very clean, and sometimes we have to educate each other. So wash your ass.
That's true. Some people recycle. No, it's
How
not
is that a
this.
diss?
Some people recycle the same underwear. They will just turn it around.
Yeah, and
Oh my
another thing
days.
is, you can't. Like,
That's the worst.
Wash and wear, basically. But yeah, so we're already on the streets, guys.
Wash your ass.
Fizzles out. Well, the you and then the energy. Vitamin pursue you and then the energy just fizzles out. Well, the answer is simple. Because they got to know you. They might have been attracted to you physically, but once they got to know your personality, it just felt like you weren't a fit. Ladies, we have to stop demonizing men for doing what they're supposed to be doing while dating, which is determining if you're a good match for them. Why do men
pursue and fall back? So that's what she was basically explaining. They pursue you, they get to know you, and then they stop.
The gentleman should start.
You know what? I want to start.
Go ahead. We're on the streets. We're on the streets.
I'm going to start with what this person said is what the new school or the new generation call a guy a fuckboy. Because I got to know you. I don't really like you. I found certain qualities that I don't like, and I know it's not going to go as far as possible. And I cut it off. But then, what are those type of guys called? Fuckboys.
Fuckboy.
Why? And I'll leave it to you guys.
We go back to Michelle. What do you think? Do you think it's actually the right thing to do?
I think it's a thing that definitely happens. Do I think it is right? I mean, how do you identify what is right and wrong, right? If you get to know somebody and you just feel like, there are certain things I don't like about this person, obviously you're going to lose interest. There is always a reason for losing interest. But I have to be honest, it's also a psychological thing. Because I think if you like a healthy person, say like that, healthy person, you wouldn't lose interest within 5 days of getting to know someone, right? If there is not a specific reason for that, for you losing interest. Yeah. So I think it's a psychological thing.
So after all this been said, I think there is one part that we're leaving out in this whole narrative. You're right. And I believe every society needs a fuckboy or fuckboys. Because there are women that don't want something serious. They need to be pleased too. So we shall act and pretend as if it's the guy that is fault. All right. But then, as she said, sometimes as a man, you genuinely want to get to know a woman. Yeah. You get to know her. And then you realize you ain't shit.
You ain't shit, yeah.
So now it's easier to blame the man. And it's most often it's like women tend to speak and spread certain things more than men do. So before, and most times women won't come ask the guy, yo, what's your side of the whole thing? For example, if one of your girlfriends tells you something about a guy you know, you're not going to be like, all right, let me hear from him. Let me ask him, like, was this passiert? You're usually going to demonize, like, oh, okay, he's such a jerk. Yeah. Oh, that's... Yeah. And then the other thing is, there's the aspect of sex. Yeah. The negative part in this whole situation is that, or where women oftentimes demonize men is, they have the feeling or they get the impression after you've beat, you dip. Yeah, so I can understand that some women will be hurt, especially those that are looking for serious or meaningful attachment. But sometimes you beat, and that is the real, that's one of the processes to know if you really like someone. It's not necessarily how good
for
do they beat. Are they, is she a pro or is he a pro?
Post-nut clarity.
Exactly. Sometimes this post-nut clarity, like,
it's a real thing.
Now you've beat, maybe not the first time, maybe not the second time, but the third time, and she's still talking. Ah, Jesus Christ, shut up now.
But I always say that.
So you know that you don't really like her like that.
Exactly.
It's not that you're a bad person,
so does
you know?
it mean that while dating, you should avoid sex?
No, I think it is important because that's how you know if the chemistry is really there. And also, I think sex is very important. So I wouldn't date someone, not have sex with them, because you're going to catch feelings for someone and then they're shitty in bed or they're not doing the things that you like and enjoy. I think sex is important, even early on in the relationship. But I think if somebody's really interested in you and this person really likes you, they're not going to dip after sex. And if the chemistry is there, if everything, is a match, they're not going to dip.
It does not always happen like that.
So what we are trying to say is that we need a lot of women should actually come and say that I'm not really the type of...
Unpopular opinion, if we all never had sex till we get married, this world would be a better place. That's why so many people...
That's very unpopular.
Trust me. If
I definitely agree.
If we all didn't have sex till marriage, how are we walking around and saying this one hurt me, this one hurt me? Because most often, to a woman, one of her most prized possession is her pussy.
Not anymore.
Sorry. Well, given
Not
it,
anymore.
yeah,
Not anymore.
yes,
But
yes, not anymore. But for the longest time, one of the most intimate and one of the most costly thing you can offer, give a man or a woman, is that level of intimacy, right? So if we weren't distributing this like Wi-Fi hub, most people won't get hurt. Most people won't get themselves caught up in some misery because you're shielded from some things.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about
Because
that.
people are
That's
still
a very
gonna
important-
cheat.
How are you cheating if you're not fucking?
No, I think I think we are
you're waiting until marriage.
Yeah,
and
I
then
think we have to come from the aspect that the society that we're in is overly sexualized.
Yes, and that's the
And
point.
that's the thing.
Because if we're not overly sexualized
Yeah.
and don't overly seek certain things,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that sex isn't beautiful, but it's like there's a certain discipline. If you can court someone for a period of time where there is no such thing, it's more unlikely for that person to cheat when they're. Do you know how much discipline it takes to sit? Assuming I was interested in you, do you know how much? Jesus Christ, I'm on a podcast. You know, I have to. Do you know how much it takes not to do certain things that I would have the drive or the desire to do? Wanting to kiss a girl and you know that heute nicht, muss man noch 6 Monate warten. Yeah,
No, that is a madness. though.
it's not easy. So
for men, at least.
for men,
Yeah.
for women. Too.
For women too.
I
don't know.
I've had stuff like
No, Michelle, trust me. There's so many women that will take like you are not aggressive enough. That's why I cut contact.
Oh
with
yeah,
you.
oh yeah.
So you are trying to. Every man has had this type of issue where you were trying to play a gentleman type of,
The thing is, sometimes
tactics.
I feel like maybe people that haven't had that much sex in their life are happier. You know, the people that get to know like one person, they're getting married with this one person, they have sex with them, only this person.
Those one are, yeah.
But
Definitely.
on the other hand, I'm like, it is so important to try out things and try out other people.
you see what you said?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to dispute that because I could have gone the other way. But I'm not going to dispute that. But the thing is, you have to choose as far as possible. You have to vet as much as possible the environment where you're experimenting. Sometimes having a lot of sex or having quality sex doesn't have to do with being out there that 1,001 people must have ran.
You could have
through.
two
No,
bodies
definitely.
It
and
could be
those-
2 people,
Those two
but
guys are ransacking you in a different way.
and you
have to
guys
be open.
took time to learn and
figure
understand what
one another out.
each other's desires are.
Exactly.
So you will also need to learn at the same time to put ourselves in safe spaces, places where dealing with people ideally shouldn't hurt us. You get me? So back to what the lady was saying, she's right and the reason why we can actually even have this conversation in this way is because it's a woman that said it.
Yeah,
If it was a guy that said it,
that would be.
Yeah,
I mean, men say it anyway, but-
because we demonize men, that's the society that
Not
we
we.
live in.
me, I don't.
But the thing is,
I support men.
when
you know,
when
I support
when
women
you're
too.
dating, and let's say you had sex, why is it like certain women make it as if you came to my life, you think you can fuck me and go scot-free?
I just did it. I just fucked you and I left.
But the thing
No,
is-
you're just
but
talking.
But it's both
It's
of
so.
us that had sex though.
Yeah, but
Because
the
one
thing
is taking
but
it
now,
as it's a superpower. For women, sex is the kind of superpower.
but at the same time, what happens in those instances is like
I want Michelle to say something because she's like,
she will still say something like I caught feelings for you. You didn't, but now I'm feeling hurt by your actions. So I can't let you go scot-free.
So but which wait,
go scot-free.
which action? Which action? You wanted it.
I thought
He wanted it.
Yes, but I thought it was going to be sex.
So you rather let him deceive you. That's why if I hear women
But
say
both parties only wanted sex from each other.
no, one is catching feelings is what he's saying.
Yeah, one caught feelings.
For example, if the lady's catching feelings and now she's telling him,
Nobody's
I gave
exempt
you-
from catching feelings. Nobody.
I
It
gave you
happens.
my body and all
It
that.
happens.
It happens.
But I gave
Yeah,
you
it
my
happens.
body too.
No, you gave her a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Because that's what they think. You gave her a piece of
No,
wood and
exactly. For you, the things that you were doing is more. You think it was just sex, but for her, it was loving.
no, it's not fair onto the guy. This guy was getting to know her,
getting to
and
know
this
her.
is a part of the process.
I agree. It's part of the process. I agree.
I think what
But it's something you can control. It's like if you catch feelings, something you can control. And also, I think I wouldn't necessarily say like women are always the ones catching feelings. It happens with both parties,
I've been
right?
there too.
Yeah.
Shed a few tears.
But don't worry, we'll still come to you.
No, it's not me.
No, you have to spill the tea. You have to spill the tea.
No, it's not worth
Openly.
spilling the tea. But yeah, you just start liking someone.
But I
It
just
is what
feel
it
like
is.
if you're getting to know someone, women should stop using this. Oh, you had sex with me as a tool for like, oh, I'm a dickhead or not.
Well, look, she
Why was stop this? No, you always do this.
The thing is, if I catch feelings, the way I speak is based on my emotions now.
Okay, so
So
you
she's
agree with
saying-
emotions. It's not
Of course,
fact.
it's not. Of course, it's not fact. It's not logic.
Okay.
I caught feelings. I didn't think that I would catch feeling for you, but that's what happens
What
now.
do you mean you didn't think?
How am I supposed to know?
And this is why I say,
Exactly, because
look,
you can control it.
yes,
I
but
thought
this
it
is
was
what I
just going to
say.
be sex.
We need to vet the
But-
places, the spaces we place ourselves in.
Look, the thing is,
But I also think it's not even the sex that is making people fall in love or like catch feelings. I mean, yes, sex is something.
it's a
It's
combination.
a combination of how the person treats you,
Exactly, but
etc.
then why is it that women use the sex part as a tool to be like, oh boy?
Because that's what the society has told women, that sex and their vagina is the most precise possession that they have. So you took my most prized possession and now you make me look like a bum, like a
what's
peasant.
the
think
most
it's a
prized
very
possession
individual
that a
thing.
man has?
Have you heard of Patrice O'Neill? Trust me, he's low key toxic.
It's not toxic.
No, I haven't.
He will be
Okay,
toxic based
he's
on
a
the society.
comedian.
Yeah, that we're
He's
living
a
in now.
comedian, and he says some things that sometimes a lot of women would be like,
I agree with it. The things
"This is mad."
I don't know him.
But yeah, maybe it's better. But Patrice says, a man and a woman, if we're getting to know each other, a man has to prove himself on so many different levels. Is he funny? Does he look good? His height? Does he have money? Is he educated? And the more you have of these things, the higher you climb on the ladder, right?
Very true.
A woman doesn't need all of those things. Yes, the thing she needs is beauty, most often, and making sure that this thing functions, that it's not smelly. And that is reason enough for so many men. But that's the truth. Most women you've been interested in, when you got interested, you
I mean,
know,
obviously the
did you
first
get
thing
interested in
appearance.
exactly?
It's
And
the
after
appearance,
that,
but I think that
how much did you care about? Oh, she has such a fantastic job. Oh, she's earning this. Oh, she's this tall.
That comes afterwards.
You don't look at those
exactly. I was
things.
about to say that.
But women, great men by that.
Yes.
Oh, an
And
ex
And I
find.
can't even say no because it's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
At least in the 20s, in the 20s.
No, it's not in the 20s.
No, when they're
No,
old.
it's
See,
always
for example, I don't know her type of man, like what her type is. The moment Wizkid talks to her longer than 25 minutes, she's like this. This is how she's walking around now. Like
You blow in her face.
because Wizkid is the new standard.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You see, whereas Wizkid can be with. Oh no, let's go with Burna. Burna was with Steph London, right? Yeah. But was having what was the other auntie, the Becky,
Joe Pearl.
Joe Pearl.
I don't know. I just know.
He's not gonna act like, oh, because I'm with Steph London, I can't be with a Joe Pearl. I mean, yes, Joe Pearl has assets, but
And that's why you
men don't. We don't evaluate
We don't-
women
we
in
don't-
that-
and
the way
that's-
women
and that's
look at
what
us.
the first-
And
that's
I
the
think
problem.
that's why women carry this thing like a trophy. Like, I gave you this because you don't have to be funny, but a guy has to be funny.
What did
But-
this Nigerian guy say? Like, I fuck a lot of crazy chicks. I don't need to fuck you. I fuck a lot of.
Do you go on dates where you're sometimes thinking, oh, in case we're having a silent moment, what kind of conversation what can I say? What pointers am I going to have for today's conversation? Or what is he interested in? Do you do that? I don't think so, right?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
I
Because
don't.
there are many
most
guys-
women, they are
there are many
consumer.
guys-
They are
No,
consuming.
because I think
Because many guys, well, there is a level of expertise you gain, prowess that you can just walk in anywhere and, it's functioning. But usually in your formative years, before you go there, you are thinking, was wenn ruhig ist? What do I
It's
do?
already
Yes, people-
Googling 21 questions to ask.
Fact.
What is the favorite color? So
Facts.
that's one thing I always hate when women say like, okay, like, a man should pay, and I always tell you guys, no, a man should not pay because
wait,
listen,
What do you mean?
listen. Because both,
What do you mean?
everybody has a preparation. You think that you just come in looking nicely to a date is your part of preparation, but he's also preparing like, okay, I need to entertain you. I need to say the right things. I need to make sure that you get home. So there's a level of like 50-50 in this whole thing. So that's why I don't understand when I was just saying like, I will just come to the date and I will just do nothing. Nah, I don't want that.
I really don't care about
I
the
think
pay.
both parties should bring something to the
I
table.
was just
Like,
using pay. Yeah.
both parties should bring something and prepare themselves.
If I pay, bring the humor, bring the fun. I crack jokes. I like to laugh too.
Definitely. No, definitely. I
But how
think you
many
should
women
bring
do
your
crack jokes?
personality.
How many women are funny?
And these are the things.
I think I am. I don't know.
I know,
I'm a
but-
very confident
but
person. I'm
another-
funny.
Another annoying thing is you go on a date here. They're expecting you to be a comedian. Oh, tell me something funny. Am I a comedian?
No, I don't think that you don't have to be a comedian.
And she will be the
It's
judge and
just
say
like
like, it
have a
was a
little bit
boring
of sense
day.
of humor. That's important.
Well, you see,
Why
that's
don't you have
the
a sense
thing.
of humor?
But it is important to me
You're
because
right.
I'm somebody that has a good sense of humor. So I need the other person also to match that energy.
From a human
But
perspective,
yeah.
you're right. I understand what you're saying. There is nothing to judge
Yeah.
or speak against that. But the thing is, you're coming to the date with a all right.
So
It's
many expectations.
not or like okay. It's supposed to be fun because ich habe ja gesagt I agreed for us to go on this date. Or there's something you like. Okay, I think he's cute. But if he comes to this date with the same disposition, like okay,
Yeah,
I'm just
nothing is moving,
coming
nothing
to
is moving.
also have a good time, just like that. And he's not trying to like lead conversations.
There is
Do this,
Yeah.
do that. You be
There
a
is definitely
cavalier.
more pressure.
Do this. You know, it's not the same for a man as for a woman.
Yeah,
So that's why I really believe the requirements for a guy
Is I.
is different than the requirements for a
No,
woman.
I agree. The requirements are different. And also, I think there is a lot of pressure on men when it comes to dating.
Perform, yeah.
Because like as a woman it's hard to say, but from my experience like talking to male friends, it's like they have a lot of pressure because if they're starting dating a girl, they have to make sure that they have their shit together in life, right? So you probably wouldn't go on a date if you just lost your job or
Well,
you know whatever it happened. Like I mean there are guys that do that, but it's like you know
homosexual.
talking about the regular guys, I don't know. So I get it, it's a lot of pressure that comes with it. But me personally, if I go on a date, I never have any expectations because I'm always like, whatever happens, happens. So it's like,
but let's even go for the, since you're talking about the finance part, how many times have you gone on a date that you don't even have money to pay for the date?
see, I never go out if I can't even pay for my own meal.
No, you see, there's a difference. You're saying pay for my own,
I said pay for the date.
but a man, you
See, I can never invite you out if I know I can't pay for both of us.
Because
Yeah,
sometimes you
that's
have
a little
to,
different.
sometimes you have to nudge her. Sometimes you have to nudge her. Like, no, take the salad.
no, you can't do that. See, there was a date I went to. I had this date that I didn't expect. You know, it was like, yo, what's good? I was like, oh, she's a rap. You know, all right, rap. Okay, meeting up in about 2-3 hours, and I wasn't that, you know.
It's already the end of the month.
You know, it's like throwing its head. And we went to the space. She chose it, and as I got there, I opened the menu. I was like, Jesus Christ, why am I here?
It's not like you're hungry.
Exactly. There's rice and stew at home. But you know, cause maybe you wanted to beat that thing again. All right, let's do it. And then you're realizing this look. And I was like, Jesus Christ! But
But
there
why
is
would
no
you let her
luxury.
choose the place?
It's fine. It is what it is. I had the money, but I didn't want to spend that,
that
kind of
type of
money,
money, yeah.
at that kind
You
of
didn't
time.
budget for it.
Okay.
You didn't
You
budget
know?
for that type
Yeah.
of expense.
So
And it's
when
also
I
not
saw it,
necessary. Yeah.
and then what we had, you know, while we were eating it, in my head I was like, verdammt.
I get that. I'm a big
It's like
fan of
200.
the guy choosing the restaurant on the first date.
200 euros, bro. And when she was telling me, like we could split or let me pay for this, I was like, in my head, I was like, stop this bullshit play. But the thing is, I know that she would have been able to pay without anything. But
I feel
still,
that's it. That's
I wouldn't have allowed her pay.
It's
I
the
didn't
end of the
allow her.
vibe if you guys split a bill. I would just won't feel comfortable. Because at least if I pay, there is an inclination of me at least chopping something.
Now, for me, if there's no splitting, one person has to pay.
Oh, that's also okay.
I
If you pay, I'm willing to.
I
What are we
agree.
splitting for?
If she's paying,
And I
I'm
have
willing
no
to give my
problem with
body.
also paying, but I agree. I'm not splitting.
I'll be
That's
like,
weird.
20 euros,
African men are not supposed to be splitting.
Yeah.
I don't care about the white brothers, but African men are not supposed to be splitting bills. Either you
I
pay or
agree.
she pays.
Yeah,
One person has to pay.
If she agrees to pay, or not well, if she agrees, if she
What are you
suggests
What are you
or
willing to give
says
in
she
return
wants-
if she pays?
Huh? No, no, you know, I had to like, what is he asking me?
What do you
If she pays, I'm willing to.
But I
give
guess
my body. I'm
sexual
willing to give my
is
body.
a sexual question. So that's why I had to like, listen to the-
if she
how do
pays,
I
you're
go
willing
with
to
this?
give your
How
body.
do you gonna answer
I'll-
this?
If she pays, I'm willing to give my body. You guys are laughing because I don't want to end this date on a note of like
I'm owing her something.
I'm owing her
So
something.
he wants to. Make,
Yeah.
But don't you think that women think the same way?
I like it.
Hey, you should think the same way. Ain't shit free?
Don't you think that if a guy is paying for us, we're like, oh, I have to give him,
I said this.
I have to give him something.
Look, thinking like
I
that.
said this, and
Please
it sounds very
keep
harsh.
thinking like that.
I said like a woman is more expensive than a girlfriend because for a woman you pay constantly for the opportunity of her to say no. But if you have a girlfriend, it's cheaper.
No, because your girlfriend can also say no.
Say no to what?
Dating.
But
If she doesn't want to give you,
if you say
Give
no,
what?
you change her. You change her. But with your wife, you can't.
Let's not act like let's
don't
not
know.
act like every guy here is James Bond. And be like, Dubis said,
Okay, not that easy then quickly, but you can change. But
because
generally
she
speaking,
denied you once. Because she denied you once.
I mean,
Nah, it ain't happening.
but it's normal.
it's
No,
normal.
sometimes-
It's normal to deny, but know that you denied me.
Oh,
But you have
you're
to-
petty
but
about
you-
it.
I'm not petty.
No, my wife's transaction.
I'm transactional. But you need to make it up to me eventually.
But I think as a man, you also need to deny a woman every now and then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important too.
Just for her to know that, okay, du bist kein Spielzeug.
Yeah.
You're not a human dildo.
I think that's so important. I wish more men would think that way.
Sometimes you just have
Because
to be like,
some
And
men,
that's a big
y'all
issue.
need boundaries.
That's for sure.
that's
No,
not
most
boundaries.
men, most of
boundaries.
you men, yeah, you don't let women wait. You don't let women wait for sex.
There are two things. You deny women, and if you also want it and she doesn't want it, you show her that sometimes you don't need that too. So
I think that's important.
both ways.
I agree.
Okay, what does that mean? You don't need her now.
No, see, if she wants sex and if you want sex and she doesn't want it, you can also.
Aggressively masturbate.
No, why are you posing aggressively?
It was just a word that came to my mind.
Yeah.
So you just masturbate in front of her, let her know like I don't need you.
Yeah. I mean, you can say that stuff.
nah, that's mad.
How is that mad?
Like instead of him to go out,
Look,
and seek for his
there's even
happiness,
this saying.
he's aggressively
wait,
masturbating.
there's this saying in Wienerischen. Lieber schlecht gefickt als gut gewichst.
Nah,
Right?
hell no, nah, fam,
Nah.
no, bro.
I said that's a saying. I did not think that's my life motto.
That's your practice.
Nein, das ist Wiener. Es gibt einen Wiener Spruch. Lieber schlecht gefickt als gut gewichst.
Sometimes a good vixen that is super.
I don't know about that.
Definitely.
I don't know about that. But the point is,
But I get it.
I think sometimes you just need to also, because you're not a woman's human dildo. So she can't just pull you out and use
Motherfucker,
you.
you in a rose.
Because if a woman doesn't want, there's this mutual understanding that if you don't want, it's fine. So I gotta bear it and live with it. So you need to respect my desire that ich habe jetzt keine Lust.
Yeah.
And sometimes a man's ich habe keine Lust is not ich habe keine Lust, weil ich keine because I don't get an erection, but
I won't be able to perform.
I don't want due to I have other things bothering me. You think it's your pussy that is going to pay this next rent? So it might be hard, but look, ich will nicht. Sorry, German. I don't want. Or okay, don't want my town very harsh. Like maybe later. You know,
What's-
the way
What-
I have a migraine.
What's the
A woman's
stretch-
kind
What's
of.
the stretch of I don't want though?
What do you mean with what's the stretch?
So
How
if
long?
you say I don't want today,
Until your
tomorrow,
mental state is balanced.
then they'll fuck your wife.
Facts.
What?
Facts.
No.
1000%.
But then you need, then
1000%.
it means that you didn't want her anymore. Because
Nah.
what I
That's
said,
why I said
what I
what's-
said
what's
wasn't
the
based on do it for 6 months, right? I just said maybe in that moment.
In that moment, you
That's
just
all I
don't
said.
feel it.
And that's why I asked what's the stretch. You said to your mental health, it could take.
Yeah, that was just like
It could take 3 months.
a generic
it could take 6
response.
months.
You need to figure out. Look, even if you're stressed and dead broke, your dick. These are two different entities. Sometimes they connect, but sometimes this wants
Most
Yeah,
of
this.
the time
disconnect.
they're
So,
disconnected. Most
So-
of the time.
Disconnected?
Yeah.
Nah, fam. Now that's new to me now. I'm not saying it's new to me in that sense, but bro,
Come on.
if I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it.
Yeah, but the question is, why don't you feel like it?
Like you rightly said, right now,
Because it's a
I'm
mental thing.
Look, like, the thing is, like across the day, there are certain moments where you just don't feel like it.
Yes.
But across the day, that like, okay, this is now the right time that I feel like it. Maybe for I don't know how many minutes did you feel like it, but then afterwards you don't feel like it again.
But how is it okay for a woman to be able to have the liberty to say no? But to you, it doesn't make sense, and you won't question how long a woman says no.
I think it makes sense for you for women, right?
It makes more sense to you that a woman will say no. From the way you responded, that's how it sounds.
So it makes sense that both parties says no, but the question is how long.
Exactly.
That's why I'm asking.
Because at the same time, when we're in a relationship,
Yeah.
I also need to service you in that regard. Also, if I don't feel like it, you'll definitely have some moments where you can say no, but eventually you have to think in your mind like, nah, I'm actually doing a disservice to you because I also have to facilitate sexual pleasure within the sphere of a relationship.
And sometimes that guy's no is just for you. For someone else, is a yes.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Unfortunately.
These words on the streets.
Yeah.
These not my antics. Words on the streets.
No, why you point at me?
I said that.
Don't point at me.
But unfortunately, it's an unpopular opinion. There's sometimes that the no means no to you, but not no to.
Also, with getting into a relationship.
You know, I had to be like,
Word on the streets. Word on the streets.
yes.
No, yeah, but let's not get into that too much. Let's not get into. I have another word on the streets for you guys. So this one is actually quite funny.
We're being super honest today. Huh?
Yeah, I like it.
And me and my partner did. We came to hoe and go. If you just going
Is
and
that
not
Suki
hoeing,
Hana?
hey baby, you might need to wait for the church retreat. You might not need to come on this
No,
trip.
you ain't gotta hoe. Everybody do what they want to do. I'm pro-choice.
No, because when you're not pro hoe, you're anti hoe. I'm sorry. If you're not pro hoe, you're anti, and you are not welcome up in here. We are supporters of sluts, whores, dick suckers, and all things above. Okay,
America's
we
a
are
mad place.
pro everything. Up in this
America is
motherfucker.
wild.
Let me give you a disclaimer. The thing, what this clip is about is like, if you're not down to go on a girls' trip, you shouldn't attend. If you're not down to go on a girls' trip,
Now Michelle go.
It's a go.
See, the thing is, it depends because if you are going on a girls' trip with the taken girls, you might be the only one hoeing around. The taken girls are not going to do anything. So if all of y'all are single,
Wait. Before
No, let her land. Let her
finish.
land.
No.
Because I guess
why are you disrupting the plane?
please.
because if all of y'all are single, I mean, I don't expect my girlfriends to do the same stuff that I do on girls' trip. Yeah. And the other way around.
Is that always the case though?
I don't expect anything because
Okay. What
She
are your,
said a lot without saying anything.
You don't expect, but it's not.
I
Doesn't
mean-
mean they don't do it.
they can do whatever they want to.
You can do whatever
So
you
you're also
like.
pro ho.
She's pro-choice.
I'm pro doing whatever you want. Yeah, if that means being pro ho, then I am pro ho. Definitely. But
when you guys are going on a girls' trip, is there always a hole within the sphere of girls? Is there always a hole? No, that's what I want to know.
A little bit of hoe goes a long way.
Yeah.
But how do you what is a
No,
hoe?
don't
Like
do that.
how do you
Don't do that.
how do you what is
we
a hoe?
sucking fucking everybody.
That's a hoe.
Yeah. What is
Okay.
what is the hole? I'm not saying I don't look me. You guys know me, and I've said it multiple times. I love hoes because they are hustling over everything. It's all about hustling. So I don't shame them. They do whatever they have to do to get by.
But you're putting ho with something that has to be with money.
No, hustling,
What's hustling? Hustling for what?
getting by.
But those that just fuck around,
Those are prostitutes.
So
Those
these
pleasure.
are hoes.
They're hustling for the pleasure.
This is all
that's pleasure. They're not doing it for money.
Yeah.
So that-
Because
And
the
then-
other way, like that's prostitution.
Yeah.
If you're doing it for money.
And those ones, they're necessary for some
I
societies.
don't believe in being a hoe.
I don't like using that term.
Which
I
term
don't
do you
like
like?
using that term
Okay,
hoe.
which
Like if a
term
girl,
which term is gonna suit your soul?
A prostitute.
I don't need a term for anything because it's just like having fun, you know? And having fun can be like
What's the female version of a fuckboy?
A prostitute.
God, hoes.
Probably a hoe. But I don't use. But I don't like to use that term. I don't know. It's just.
I think what we have to understand is like we both shame each other for certain things. Because one thing that a lot of women don't experience is that because women are very honest in the sphere of women.
No.
Relax.
No,
when they're having their like heart-to-heart felt conversations, you are making it seem to me that you are very pristine. Oh, this is what I have. I'm only giving it to certain amount of guys. No, it might not be a big number, a small number. But then I find out like Victor has sliced you. F4 has sliced you. Other guys have sliced you. But to me, you're making it difficult for me to get to know you.
She doesn't like you.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't
I
like
was about to say she
but
doesn't like you.
It's
then.
cool that she doesn't like, but you're a holder.
No, but she no.
Nah, come on.
No. To us, she's
It's
not.
because no,
to you, she is. Oh, it's very subjective.
Exactly.
See, the thing is, the reason why I don't like to use that term is because men have been doing this stuff for like 500 years, yeah? Like
We're
having 2 or 3 girls a week and it's fine. But if a woman does it, it's a hoe. So all of a sudden, women became more, over the past few years, women became more open, sexually open. And now it's a thing like it's a hoe phase. All of a sudden, this term hoe phase or like being a hoe is going around. But why though?
Does that
Why?
Okay, it bothers you because
I think it's just her look at the word hoe.
And how is it and how it's used, you know? That's just my issue.
It's a term of to be ashamed.
Boy every day to guys. And
Not all women also. Not all women and I think it's also very subjective.
To some
Like
women,
everyone
if it's a
defines a fuckboy different. For
I'm
some
not.
women,
What's the
it's a
definition?
guy.
Exactly.
What's the definition of a fuck?
So for some women, a fuckboy is a guy that just fucks everyone, right?
Your own definition.
My own definition is a fuckboy to me is somebody that is giving you all of the attention. He's like acting like he really wants to get to know you, and then he fucks you and he dips.
Fantastic
So
guy.
basically,
and I will tell you why.
So basically, he was trying to lure you in. He's trying to like give you hopes and like, you know, trying to pursue you. But actually his intention was never honest.
Okay, so
and upfront.
Would you prefer a guy to tell
Because-
you, I just want to fuck you?
Yeah,
No.
I do.
No.
I do.
Would you
I
give him the
prefer
pussy?
honest guys.
I mean, I respect what you're
Because
saying.
I'm the same. If I only want to have sex with you, if I only want to fuck you, I'm just going to say.
Okay, now, you see this thing you said, Michelle, right? This usually in reality
Doesn't
Right?
happen.
doesn't happen that way. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It works in the direction of you're telling a man, look, let's get down, right? If a guy walks up to you and sees you and says, look, mommy, you looking banging. What it do? Let's get down. Sexual harassment, so far. Aanstrijderij.
No.
Yes.
No.
You'll be like, this is, hij is crindig. He's a cringe.
Me personally, I prefer honest, like guys that to be honest. You don't have to walk up to me and be straightforward and be like, I just want to fuck you.
But
No,
we're saying
but
straightforward.
eventually,
You
like
see?
we're getting to know each other, and then
Okay.
you're like, yeah, I'm not looking for something serious. That's all I need to know.
Yeah,
Because
the
maybe
success
Now,
rate
you see
with
the thing?
honesty has not worked.
I'm not looking for something serious. Is he just actually did the same thing the other guy is doing by saying it in a soft manner.
And
I don't want
that's
something
fine.
serious, but you're like, okay, maybe one day.
I mean,
maybe
but
in
that's
2
your
months along
own
the
fault
line.
then. Because
You
if a
know?
guy is telling you this stuff and you think he's gonna eventually change your mind, then you're stupid. Sorry, then you're stupid.
I really think what you said works for a certain amount of guys, and even those ones will encounter police one day. Because you can't walk up to
He's
a woman.
promising you. He's promising
You can't walk up to a woman and be like, look, you know what? Even in friendships, because you guys have been cool for a while. The only thing that I would agree with, it either just happens or it doesn't happen. And if it happens, usually it's the woman that realizes, oh, I'm feeling him.
Okay. From personal experience, how many guys have walked up to you and just be like, oh, I just want to fuck you?
I never had that experience.
Okay. But
And it would be irritating. But that's not it. It would be no, that's not what I meant. You guys are not letting me finish. Because I said when I'm telling you guys,
Oh,
I want
you're
a
nasty.
person.
Let her finish.
When I'm saying I want a guy to be honest, I'm not saying he has to come up to me and be like, yeah, I want to fuck you. No, I mean I would be like dumbass. No. But like getting to know each other and then eventually he's gonna tell me, yeah, I just want to have fun, you know. That's all I want to know.
Okay.
That's all I want to know. As soon as I got to know you,
As
a little
long
bit.
as he's the guy that you're attracted to.
Obviously.
If it's not, you see, and this is the comment again.
And that's the
as long as
variable.
you're-
And
But
that's the
attraction
variable.
is always playing like a role.
But
It's
then
always
there are
important.
There are guys that are coming in the other way round. They're coming from the back door.
Backdorians.
So they come in with, I like you, all the lies that you, and then eventually you like them, and then they get whatever they want.
The reason why I said what I said when you started is I know oftentimes women like to claim that they want the honesty. And I'm not saying that I'm supporting guys by saying that, yeah, lie to her. But most often, there are men out there that genuinely, they are paying you attention while they're engaging with you.
Yeah.
And yes, I also want to have sex with you, or I have the desire to sleep with you. So if I'm giving you and paying attention to you, there shouldn't be anything wrong. What I agree with is if the person is acting and playing the role of, I'm wanting more.
Yeah.
And
So you-
that's exactly how I'd identify like
Yeah.
a fuckboy. That's what a fuckboy is to me.
But I'm supposed to give you,
That's
because
the only thing
sometimes
that-
some women will do like, don't do all this, don't be too nice. What do you mean? I'm being a polite person. I'm showing you I have character, so I shouldn't have good conversations
So
with
woman,
you.
like
Because I
a
wanna
woman
smash
told you you're being too nice.
Oh,
Like personally.
don't you think I'm a nice guy? I'm a likable guy.
This has happened to at least most men.
I didn't say that that's what I was told, but I'm a likable guy. I'm a very nice guy.
I've heard a woman say this. I think it was also.
It's like you don't believe me.
It was also on the
I
pod
do.
where like a woman.
You
says,
seem nice.
A woman says, "Oh, like the reason why this person would like me is because every time she comes to my house, I pay her an Uber home," and I'm like, "But I'm being nice." So
What do you mean?
She's telling me that.
You're making her get attached. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
Yeah. So she's telling me that okay, because I'm paying an Uber home, means I want more from her. And I'm like,
See, that's why I think it is important for people to understand affection is not love. Being nice to somebody is not love. I think that's so important. Like if a guy is treating you nice, if a guy is like listening to you or whatever, he's paying for an Uber, he's paying for your meal, that doesn't mean he loves you, and that doesn't even mean he's interested in you.
But that doesn't mean.
And it goes the other way around also.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important. People need to understand.
That also doesn't mean that he's not willing to have sex with you.
yes.
He is, but it will not lead in a relationship. Guys, it was emotional. It's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Efua. Thank you, Michelle Mabele.
You're welcome. Thank you for
was
having
nice.
me.
Bye.
Bye.